now down to the top 3 of the tournament. So this is losers finals between Venia and Jen, the 2 strongest players in New York City. One from Manhattan, one from Brooklyn. These guys have played countless times over the years at local tournaments, but now there's a new twist on it, and they're playing online. So dynamics a little bit different. Some of the strategies that you'll see them employ won't work as they normally would offline, and these guys are typically not Wi-Fi warriors, so I feel like they're just going to play their general game plan, and if it works, it works. But yeah, they did meet in the winners bracket earlier today. It was 3-2 in the favor of Venia. But the last set that I knew about that they played in real life at Let's Make Big Moves went to Game 5 in the favor of Jen. So these guys, bitter rivals, always amazing sets, and here's Game 1 of their second meeting today.
Yeah, and honestly, all their sets always end up super close too. So like this literally anyone could take this.
Oh Jesus!
Okay, what a start.
Did he hit him into the wall with dare and it stage spiked him? Or was that fair?
Yes. That was definitely a stage spike, and that was definitely a dare.
That's so bizarre, because normally, you just see it spike, but it actually hit him
It's
outward.
like sour spot.
Maybe he was, like his SDI was into the wall, and like the second he popped out a hit lag, he was just already in contact with it, you know what I'm saying? Like it still could have been a spike.
Regardless, very wacky situation for Jen. Or for Venia to be a part of.
Yeah, for both of them to be involved in.
Yeah.
And Jen, with that rising explosive flame, he has gotten so much off of that just today alone. But I mean, career-wise, like, that's probably made him a couple $100.
Yeah. Oh, easily. The explosive flame can do wonders for Palutena, depending on how you place it. Oh, I like the teleport cancel. Makes it so it looks like he was going to throw out an aggressive option. Jen had a counter, or Venia had a counter ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know what Venia was countering at, because Jen was on the other side of the stage, lol. But either way, it's going to finally peel that stock back. Jen just getting off to a really strong start because of that edge guard. But Venia, man, he can respond in kind immediately. This guy's got some of the craziest conversions out there and a character that really lends itself well to that.
There we go. Down throw to back air. Good stuff.
Yep, Jen falling back on the classic stuff, man. That still works, even though it doesn't.
Yeah.
Pass me all you want, baby.
Yeah. Yep, there we go. That goes for the reset.
That dash dance grab was really sneaky. It was so good because, like, he started in front of him, right? And then he slipped under him while Venia was still airborne. So he probably thought, like, all right, body blocking would prevent him from getting through me once I land. But Jen was just already on the move. Ooh.
Yeah, he was already trying to get some movement going here. There we go. Back throw tosses him off. Now, Jen has a pretty hefty lead right now. Overloading him in percents. Trying to catch him off the top. He's going to get it one more time. He was expecting a drift from Venia as a mix-up, but Venia just kept going. Being stubborn, going down towards the stage, avoided it.
Yeah, I feel like both of these players have like that slight stubborn quality to them, where they're gonna like impose their will on you. You know, they're gonna play the way that they want to play, force their way in, etc. And to Venia's credit, it worked perfectly for him right there. You know, granted he lost the game, but you just kind of see how like what's something people might perceive to be a bad trait in a player, like stubbornness or committing to a game plan. It can actually work if you're unwavered and you know when to stick to it. So, just a little thing to point out there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's and also, you know, they always say like one of the best mix-ups is the no mix-up. So,
right.
Like any other player like that isn't revered as like a top player that falls for that. You know, it's just them just being stubborn, just trying to go down to the ground. But Venia had a purpose for why he was constantly doing the same option over and over.
Yep, like a good option beats a bad option. The best option beats a good option, but then a bad option can beat the best option. You know what I'm saying? It's like that
definitely.
rock, paper, scissors, Yomi cycle. But anyway, here we are in Game 2 on Town City. Very typical counter pick for Venia. I'm surprised that Jen didn't catch on and ban it, being that Venia has literally the entire night counter picked to Town City. Well,
Jen ended up banning FD and Kalos.
Exactly.
So I mean, those are also great stages for Greninja. So.
Yeah, and this stage gives you a little of both.
Yeah, pick your poison. And Town City is a good stage for Palu, so I get it.
Yeah, I mean, in Ultimate, at least to this day, you know, we haven't seen stage choices be like so polarizing or game deciding like they are in Melee. You know, there's no Marth chain grabbing you on FD in this game, so I feel like people can just kind of go whatever feels right for them and make it work. Venia doing just that here in the second game so far. Oh, almost with the Hydro Pump push, but Jen taking the high road.
And there, gonna catch that jump out of shield, catches the falling down with a back air too. Pulling out the double jump as well. Venia had to use that platform to get back on the stage because Jen had that option covered.
Jeez, that was intense. The fact that Venia angled perfectly around that up smash, man. That's how you know this guy.
And he takes the first stock to boot.
He's the king, dude. King Venia. King of the frogs.
Venia.
All right. Venia playing the typical game that he's known so well for, this kind of hit and run tactic where he'll be evasive without blocking, you know, without using traditionally defensive options. He's just able to bob and weave, you know? And it's fitting because he's a boxer in real life. He plays the game very much like that.
Yeah, you can't put up a freaking sphere around you in boxing, you know?
There's no bubble in the ring.
Yeah, not allowed.
Yeah, that's bad. Alright, and man, just look at the size of the lead that he's able to build over Jen. It's very reminiscent of Game 1, just the shoes on the other foot now.
Okay, Venia trying to go for that extra oomph of that edge guard there. Saw him shooting off that water burst, hydro pump.
If he popped him up, man, that would have been so worth his time. But unfortunately, like, just because the teleport characters literally aren't on the screen after they finish their startup, it kind of puts a damper on Greninja's edge guarding against them. Whereas everyone else, it's just like, oh, you're on this linear path. I will blow you away from it.
Yep, see ya. And now we see them trading stocks. It's going to be in Venia's favor, though, since he still has 2 to play with. Already trying to schmix Jen off stage. You saw how far he was, like, taking him. Good recovery.
Where he placed that Hydro Pump was brilliant, too, because it was kind of, like, right in the reappearing range of Palu. May have been able to land that in an offline world, but either way, Venia still in stark control of this set, or this game, rather.
The platform is moving. They have to do something.
Ooh, Venia, man, he is out for blood. Homie is shooting to kill. Haymakers only.
Bro, at some point, it just doesn't even shock me anymore when I see Venia going that deep.
Yeah, both of these guys, man, and especially when they play each other. You just feel that vitriol. Now they
So I'll go over that dash, expecting a roll.
Okay, the weak nair into bear, got it. Oh, Venia, if he had gone for forward air there, that was over, but it doesn't matter. Jen just not ready for that down throw. I think there's no way that would true combo. He just got caught with the mix-up. Venia swinging the bear early and nice and high.
That's going to put him into a very nice spot. You know, again, like Jen getting that game 1, going to give him that counter pick advantage, but still tied overall in this race to 3.
This is just one of the best sets that New York has to offer, man.
Yeah.
Xeno Grands or Losers Finals or Winners Finals, wherever they end up meeting. Always a good time. And I'm glad that in the midst of a global pandemic, we're not entirely deprived of that experience.
Yeah, it's always really nice to just, like, be able to see, like, oh, that thing we used to see it's back, you know, just in an online format.
Yeah, it's just adapted for the future.
This is the future of Smash, bro.
No. Hopefully this is just like the mid-game. You know what I'm saying?
No, they'll open tournaments back up in 2024.
Don't say that, dude.
Imagine.
We have President Fat Baby, and yeah, no, I don't know. I don't want to wait that long. Okay, so going into the third game, this means a lot, of course, for the counterpick decision of the final game of the set if it goes to it. And also just like having that mental advantage, knowing that when you get to play on your terms, when you get to counterpick to this stage, that you decide that it's a clear shot at winning. Either way,
like
FD.
Jen Bandit, yeah, what?
I think it's great for both of them, but yeah, like, homie, you banned this stage like 5 minutes ago.
That's the ultimate mix-up. You ban so that they don't ban it on their ban, so then, gotcha. That's the stage I wanted to go to.
Dude, believe it or not, there was a whole controversy about that in Brawl, where an Icetimer's player would ban FD and then counterpick to it. So, my man
Controversy over a mind game?
Well, you weren't supposed to be allowed to do that. You know, you're effectively reserving the stage for yourself. But like, when Smash 4 came out, the ban rules kind of changed a little bit, and everyone just like was now changing their bans between games in a best of 5. Like that was never a thing, but I kind of think it works a little smoother than having to worry about stuff like the cheese rule. Cheese was the name of the Ice Knockers player in question.
Oh, yeah, right.
So anyway, yet again, pretty competitive start to the match, but Jen pulling ahead and quite significantly there with the Explosive Flame off stage. He's just been making such great use of that as a deterrent to people's recoveries all day.
Yeah, fantastic edge guard tool. You know, like there are times you can just throw it out and it's completely safe.
Yeah, if you get the rising one and then land right after it, you're like, I believe she's +2 or -2, somewhere in that range. Could be 0 on block, but like either way, you're pretty much good to go.
Imagine being plus in Smash.
It's very rare. It's very rare. Alright, back here to dash attack, yep. Cleaning up the easy stuff. Jen just getting those bread and butters going, but Venia, I mean, his character's bread and butters last into this percent range and beyond if you get the weak hitboxes. Either way, it's going to be a raw fare against the Explosive Flame. Trade he's certainly willing to take to get the stock off Jen here.
It's always going to be worth it to take the damage for the stock, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, no amount of damage that you can incur is going to be a bad trade for you if you're taking the stock.
Okay, I like the movement coming out from Venia, you know, going for the wave bounce. Trying to push himself back with that shuriken.
Ooh, the landing there. Even the weak hit still looked like it was safe there. Greninja's pressure's crazy, man. This character can mash.
Dude, I love the drag down from the up air, too.
Always one of the like most visually appealing things about watching this character.
Yeah. Something about a screwdriver just dragging down a person, you know?
Especially when the screwdriver's a frog! Oh my
god! He charged that for a year!
That was like a double dog dare you moment, you know? Like, come on, man, you won't.
You won't move in. You won't. Pretty.
What, are you scared? Alright, well, Venia should be scared after running into that, man. He had a chance to kind of even the game up. It was still considerably in Jen's favor, but now, this loss of the stock, man. Oh, yeah, dare out of shield. So good for punishing low-profile characters. Like, Palu
and that
really can't do.
And, bro, that could be a momentum killer, too. Like, that can do some mental damage.
It could, yeah. It's like, oh, he got me. And sets between these guys are already tense. Like, they're both fierce when they fight each other. And I think this kind of harkens back to what we were saying about Buzz and E, right? Where they might intentionally play weird to throw each other off. Also, they probably...
Yeah, I feel like at this point, these two have to, you know?
Exactly, yeah. They play probably even more frequently or just as frequently as the other two do. Though in this meta, where they haven't seen each other in real life for 2 months, you kind of get like a little fresh perspective. Maybe forget some things about fighting the other person.
And maybe start to invent new stuff.
Right, yeah, like independently of fighting them or not. You know, you're just already kind of playing differently. But Venia down to the wire here in this game for himself. Yeah, the stall from the water shuriken really makes Greninja's disadvantage even more difficult to capitalize on. He's got super high jumps and super high fall speed, which is like a weird mix. He's got Shadow Sneak, up B, counter. Can't really mash any buttons, but he can get back throw for game number 3 to go the way of Jen. Manhattan versus Brooklyn showdown right now.
Jen representing the island in the middle here. Getting that game number 3. 1 game away from getting revenge on Venia for sending him down to losers. But even if Jen wins, this game, he still has to take 2 sets off of the person waiting in Grands, man.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that that person is Buzz, who not only is just, you know, the favorite to win the tournament, the highest globally ranked player and locally ranked player, but an adaptation god and someone who really excels in the long set format. But will he even get that?
Can you give him 6 games? Like,
yeah, that's a really dangerous game to be playing. Buzz with time, I would not. Like one time, dude, I went to Xanadu with Buzz. We played in tourney. It was game 3 last hit. I almost beat him, and then we went back to my house and played for like 10 hours all night. And like after the first 20 minutes, I couldn't get a stock.
Oh,
Ooh.
Almost got him with that. But yeah, like you said, DeBuzz, the adaptation king. So both of these players have a lot to prove in that department because being able to... Imagine being able to beat DeBuzz, double elimination in grand finals. Like, that's going to... Even if it's in online, like, people are going to talk about it. And one of these players wants to prove themselves, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, Venia making a good case for his own adaptation skills right now. This Game 4 has brought a new fire within him. I've said fire like 6 times today, so I'm just going to say new resolve.
That's fire, bro.
Within Venia. It is pretty fire, but so is having a new resolve, which Venia is exhibiting right here. He's not like up by too much, but he's firmly in control of the match, and I feel like his lead is just going to keep growing. We might be looking at a Game 5, Aussie.
Could potentially happen, man, but I don't know. Like, Jens hasn't taken on too much damage here and has the potential to take away this stock. He's already got him off stage. Could throw something out. Oh, get caught by the explosive flame. Got a little bit too close for comfort.
That looks like a little bit of an early death there, but that move's really strong, so who knows.
Yeah, explosive flame can kill you at absurd %.
Okay, 2 nairs. Ooh, not going to connect that. Third follow-up right there with the back air. And now Venia, another chance to figure things out, reset it to neutral. And honestly, it looks like Venia almost prefers fighting in the corner sometimes. It's just like they have the incentive to approach you when you're in the corner and kind of like draw nearer and pressure you. So maybe you could use that as like reverse psychology to beat their approach. But I don't know. Smart player usually is just going to wait.
I mean, sometimes when the odds are against you, you got to figure out what to do, man. Like, if they're back against the wall, you got to give it your all.
Jen, though, looking like he is Game 5 proof in this set. He was down by so much, and all of a sudden, actually edging Venia out by 0.9% right now.
Ooh, these nairs.
And that up air, man, truly one of the scariest sights is a Palu jumping at you as you're coming down from disadvantage. But Venia able to keep his head on straight, turn that one around, and maintains the lead. Oh, that forward air so safe from Greninja. Not even Palutena would dare try to shield grab it.
It's a sword.
Yes, it is. It's just made of water instead of metal. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Venia not overcommitting too much with that edge guard. He was able to pretty quickly just reassume center stage and keep the pressure up on Jen. He's in danger of losing his stock here. But it looks like instead of just playing it safe, Venia is content to just choke the life out of Jen. Keep hitting him.
Yeah, you saw that pressure. My God.
Alright, here comes Jen, though. Cleaning up that second to last stock. And parry the shuriken. Ooh, and Greninja just moves too fast for auto reticle to track him, man. I mean, you could even get away from it with Ganon, but still, with Greninja, I feel like it's exacerbated. Oh! That could have been so bad.
Yeah, that was looking extremely scary, but now hold on. Jen's got the momentum. He was trying to caught that double jump. If he would have caught that, I don't think it would have killed, but it definitely would have put him in a terrible position.
He's looking to track Venia's drift, which... Oh!
Yo?
Ooh. Venia ending him in the same way that Jen just tried to end the match on the left side with forward smash, catching the air drift back and forth. Man, you want a good set? All you gotta do is put Jen and Venia in the same room.
It's gonna happen, man. I love, like, they're still, to this day, after years of playing against each other, they're still calling each other out on stuff.
Yeah, such a great dynamic between these two. Just really entertaining play styles. You know, best players in, like, the main character city of the world.
Yeah.
It's a great storyline.
Oh, hell yeah. So here we go. Game 5. Winner of this going to move on into top 2. Face off against DeBuzz. And there's a lot of money on the line right here because the loser of this is going to go home with 150.
Yeah, but both of these two, they definitely want to take a crack at the king. Venia came so close to beating him in winners finals. Like, super, super close. And then just all fell apart when the Rosa came out. And then Jen, I mean, he's taken a few trips over to DeBuzz's house before the quarantine. Trained with him a good bit. And he said, like, you know, he feels confident in his ability to beat him. He's certainly, like, learned from his habits and has a good idea of what to expect. And he has also, I believe, beaten DeBuzz in tournament a couple times, at least once.
Yeah. I know, like I said, like we said prior, eventually people are going to get that W if you keep coming over. So.
Wow.
Okay,
Jen,
up there.
Ruthless with that chase, and again, he's like, yeah, you think you can jump to safety because your character has a giant jump? Well, I'm gonna get right up there with my giant up air.
And when you have like a tiny stage like Battlefield and all those platforms to jump off of, it becomes even more suffocating.
Very true. And you'd think that like the speed demon that is Greninja would be the one pressing the opponent to the wall like that, but instead, Jen, who has a pretty aggressive style of Palutena, is the one doing it. Venia, though, I mean, go for it.
I was just gonna say she's fast, bro. Like,
yeah, she's super fast for no reason. Like Greninja, you'd expect it, you know. Oh,
she's a goddess. She can float, and just like that, goddess-wise, going up there getting the back air. And did you see that up smash earlier, calling him out on the air? I think Jen has Venia's number right now.
Yeah, I mean, just the way things have unfolded in the first minute and a half here of Game 5, like, everything has just favored Jen. A couple good breakaways, and Venia could have done exactly the same to him, but it just, you know, tide swings one way, and sometimes the other.
Yeah, it's literally, it doesn't come down to who's the best player. It comes down to who's the best player right now.
Yeah, like between these two, yeah, I would say they're almost identical in skill level, or like very, very close. But yeah, right now, man.
A lot. Man, yeah, honestly, it's raining outside, so. Ooh, the back air from that low. What's happening?
Are we looking at a 3-stock? Wow, again, Venia dashing right into the up smash. And after, like, 2 full sets of really close competitive games, Jen... Oh, no, okay. Would have been so perfect if I timed it with Jen. Ends it with the 3-stock, but he does right there! I'm a genius, dude. They call me Max Radamus. Wow.
Mensa.
That's what Jen is short for, bro. Genius.
Yeah, honestly. Jen coming in 3